Okay, hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday already, and just stuff that seems to be piling up here. But I got absolutely zero in the mail. Opened up the box and it was 100% empty. I forgot it was garbage day too. First thing I want to say is, there's a lot of stuff going in the world right now, and everybody's saying, well, mental health, fix mental health. Well, if we're going to do that, we're going to have to start at the top level. We're going to have to start at the last two presidents we had, because I just think it's absolutely ridiculous for them to have taking classified documents and keeping them in their private residences and stuff like that. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you couldn't even trust the Boy Scouts. When I was a scout and I finished off my coursework or whatever you want to call it, and I said, I don't need these merit badge books anymore. I was troop librarian, so I essentially donated my books to the troop library. And then what happened was that people dutifully took the books out, and I had to remind them to sign their name in, and they never returned them. Essentially, that was theft. They stole the books that I generously donated to the troop library, and that was the end of that. And they probably never got brought back to the troop. They're out of date now, but still, that does not mean it's right. So you just have to figure out, if everybody's going to do something wrong, and you say, well, let's fix it, but the people that want to say to fix it are also the ones that are doing wrong, then it's not going to get fixed. So what happened today is I went to the Goodwill bins. I spent a whopping $1.12. It was really not very good at all. And they really shouldn't charge me for bubble wrap. That's stupid. They should not charge me for beat up bubble wrap. And it's just packing materials as trash. They would throw it away, and I had to pay for that. But the only thing that I bought aside from bubble wrap, and I got a free box, that's the least they could do, this really weird soccer bag with Germany logo on the side of it. And then on the other side it says Lufthansa. I was like, well, that's kind of weird. It's got a couple of snags in the vinyl there. I might be able to glue those, but it's really not super mint. It's in good enough condition. It was like it was not very much used. But it says Lufthansa business class. So some sort of airline luggage case there, and it's got a kind of a cool soccer pull there. It's not a super expensive type thing, but it's just kind of a nice little promotional piece. Then I went down to the Union Gospel store where DVDs are $1 a piece. They would be $2.29 a piece at the Goodwill bins, and they would also be per disc. So one of these, they do the per disc type deal for the season sets, but this was not a season set, and she didn't care a look. I got Historic Pubs of Dublin, hosted by Frank McCourt, so that's kind of cool. Isn't Frank McCourt the guy who did those books? I can't think of it right now. Not Angela's Ashes. Maybe that's what it was. It did one of those books there. I can't think of. He was that author. So that's kind of interesting. PBS Home Video. Then we have another one, PBS Home Video, Great Lodges of the National Parks. I didn't look at some of these discs here, but I think this is okay. $1 piece, I can't really complain. I did not have Glacier Lodges and Pacific Northwest Lodges. If I do, then this one's an upgrade. But I'm sure the cover is different, so I have another from that series. And the last one, this is 3 discs here, I believe it is. 1, 2, and 3. And this is Liberty, the American Revolution. I do remember this just a little bit when it came out. The series features dramatic readings from letters and diaries of the period and live-action recreations. So that's really pretty cool. That's really pretty fun. And that's the way it should be, $1 per movie. That's really about the most you should be charging. Because I didn't see anybody looking at any of the media at the Goodwill bins at all. There's some people that look at the music, but that's it. And then the books, I guess, too. There's some kind of wiggle room in the books there. So what else do I have to talk about? I was looking at my card boxes because Nate, Tops 8501, wait, Tops 85401 here, that's how you do it, here. I wanted to show him my box here if he's watching this video. This is my 85 box. And then I have a row of 85s, and then I have some sort of Max Wax on the side there. 80s and 90s Max Wax. And then just decorated here. And then I just put a divider in here. I found a nice solid cardboard divider there, so that's really pretty cool. I will be making a lid for this sometime soon. That's what I always used to do with my old card boxes. And this one barely fits the penny sleeves because some of them are sticking up above the box there. I don't think it was meant to be a card box, but it is now. So that's kind of cool. The other boxes I have are just the same way. They have almost no room for penny sleeves, and those are actual official card boxes. So there is that. I went through my binder when I was at the card place getting my car serviced yesterday. I don't think they put air in my tires, which I really need. That was one of the top things. I even told them twice, put air in my tires, not air in your head. I didn't say that to them, but anyway, to make a long story short, I worked on my Oregon list, California list here. There's one of the sheets right there. I've got things like marked old postcard, return to sender, you know, such and such station, whatever that is. So that's kind of neat there. And I have 375 approximate post offices left to write. I probably have only about 75 postcards to use. So when I get done with that, I may just start using random postcards from all over the United States and say, this is all I had, post office, deal with it. Just cancel my stamps if you can. You know, there's that there too. And then I want to say I won an auction yesterday, but I found something that was kind of interesting. Basically, when you're looking for photographs or images on eBay, it's really hard to find what you're looking for, because if you try to eliminate some of your search results, you're eliminating probably half of what you're actually looking for. I look for like TV and media related type stuff. In fact, we go to this very quickly here. I've been watching this video. It's 7.5 hours long or something like that. And this is a video, it's called PBS Member Station Logo History 7.5 hours. And there's 34,000 views on it. This is how I get my inspiration for my YouTube intros and stuff like that. You know, you get to see what type of PBS logos, and you know, they do this for all different television stations. And I pointed out to somebody, I said, my gosh, that logo from the 70s, they did an amazing job. It was so much better than all the Super Bowl commercials, and yet it was done in the 70s. You know, that's kind of one of those things. It caught my attention, did an amazing job. But what I was saying is that there was some media that was for sale, and I was able to save $1.50 by shaving off 50 cents per item. So it's not very much, but you take whatever little, you know, it was $4 per item, so I figure saving 50 cents a thing was a pretty good deal there. And those should be in next week, or maybe late this week if it comes in early. I won't spoil alert what it is, but it'll be interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to show those to you because, well, let's put it this way. Okay, let's spoil a little bit. They're slides. They're basically slides, and you hold up a slide to the screen here. I don't have one to... Here we do. Yes, we do. You know, that's going to be really hard to show you that one. That's I think that's a boy and a girl enjoying a McDonald's, being served at a vintage McDonald's in the 70s or early 80s. I think it's a promotional slide. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it was done for commercial use. And so I'm going to find a way to show those to you one of these days, show you some of my cool slides. And pretty much that's it. Not much going on. You know, always a trip to Salem is always depressing, seeing the trash that people leave behind and don't clean up. In fact, when I was at the Dollar Tree, because I needed packing tape big time, I went to the Dollar Tree. There was just a mountain of bird poop right in the front door, and the only way to get inside the Dollar Tree is actually stepping in it. And I mean, I jumped over it, I leaped over it, and on the way out, I almost stepped directly right into some fresh bird poop. I don't know if it's seagull or what it is, but you know, it's just really awful. And that basically is a foreboding thing. You don't go into that store with good hopes when you have that stuff right in the front there. Some of it was old too. They just don't clean up at that store. I think I'll have a couple pictures of some of the chaos there. So that is what I have for you today. Not a whole lot, but a little bit of insight into some of my thought process there. And thank you for watching.